Alright, what's going on, everybody? It's Joseph. In today's video, we got ourselves a little lecture. I want to talk about the difference between the bloodlines and the soul lines, right? So, we hear the word ancestors, right? We hear the word soul tribe, we hear the word soul's purpose, and we're wondering, what does it all mean, right? Well, here, let me just kind of break it down Barney style and help explain it to you guys so you guys can actually help progress further in your soul's journeys, right? So with that being said, you can take notes if you want, or you can leave your egos at the door and allow yourself to receive important information that can help progress you further in your life. Confirmation, right? So now, without further ado, we'll talk about the bloodlines, right? So yes, we are in the 3D. Yes, these are our vessels for our very souls, right? Confirmation. So with that being said, your body's a temple, right? You inherit certain abilities, right, within the 3D, right, depending on your lineage, your bloodline lineage, like who was in it. So for example, there could be like mystics, there could be shamans, there could be like witches, warlocks, whatever the case might be, or you got some demon blood in you too. So yes, that all applies to what sort of gifts that you possess, right? Because we are filled with light codes, right? Our light codes, which is our very soul's purpose, right? So the DNA and the structure of who we are, what we are, is really in our blood, and it's in our bones, whether you see that or not. But now with the soul tribes, right? Your vibe attracts your tribe, right? So for some of you may think that, oh yeah, I've been with this person for over 10, 15, 20 years or whatever, but you still have like hate, disgust, or remorse, and you're very unhealed. Chances are that's probably not your soul tribe. That's probably your karmics. Or since you're very unhealed, you will attract unhealed people at that frequency, right? So usually people don't talk about frequencies. They take that word out of the schools now, which is crazy. But we all vibrate at a certain frequency. That's why I always lecture and bring up, you need to operate from the heart space, right? The heart full of gratitude, right? Gratitude's the attitude. So you got to move with love and genuine intentions, right? You got to set the good intentions. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be real with yourself. You got to be authentic with yourself. So, spirit. But the more authentic you are, the more you pour into your soul, right? And the more you tap into yourself and you seek guidance from your guides, from your ancestors, right? Because they live through you. Ever heard the saying, God sees all, hears all, knows all before you even do it? Well, guess what? You are God within. But remember, you aren't God, right? Like, this is a part of God, right? And this is living through that human perspective, right? So be grateful. You know what I mean? But the thing is, like, since you are the co-creator, right? The architect, right? You can create your own reality within this world, right? You got to figure it out. You got to dive deep within, because all the tools you need to be successful is already inside of you. Tap in, right? Remove yourself from those societal norms, right? All the stuff that just does not make sense. Like, deep down, it doesn't make you feel right, it doesn't bring peace, right? Because you all seek serenity, you all seek happiness, and you're just so caught up in the loop. Like, I have to work a 9 to 5, I have to do this, I have to do that. It's like, you really don't. Like, if you truly believe in God and you keep the faith, know that God will always have your back, and your ancestors and your guides will always have your back, right? It's either faith or fear. There's no in between, right? It's faith over fear, right? So like, even in your guys' Bible, right, it talks about how 365 times, even though there's only 364 days, 365 times in the Bible, even one extra one, right? Just in case you forget. to do not fear that many times. So, with that in mind, I just want you to listen to this little entry, right? So, do not ever allow anyone and anything put you in a conceptual box. I know y'all heard this. There is no, you must become this, or you must become that. You can become everything as long as the mind is free and is not preoccupied, right? It's not preoccupied with any ideas of the parents, right? Because they came here, they made their mistakes, you learn from it, right? You don't hold the grudge or hold them to that, because like they're there as a reminder, as a lesson that, okay, that's all they can evolve to, right? Because everything's a choice. You can't force people to change. You can't force people to evolve. They have to choose that for themselves. You know, if they're stuck in the past, they choose to put themselves in a mental prison because they're operating from the mind. Do not operate from the mind. Like, operate from the soul, bruh. Move from the heart space. I'm telling you, your brain is a powerful weapon, but it's also your biggest enemy, right? So if any ideas of parents, like I mentioned, of the government, right? Because you'll never truly understand the government because they're always watching, regardless, you know, of the society, right? You don't just, it's always changing because of everybody's insecurities. They want to project it on one another, cause another distraction, because there's all kinds of stuff going on in the shadows that no one wants to talk about, or of the advertising of propaganda, of anything like this. You know, just always be grateful though. Like, seriously, there's just no point in dealing with people who want to drag you down to their levels, because misery loves company and ignorance is bliss to people. Like, they love it, dude. Like, there's some people who are literally born on this planet to bring people down, because it is a spiritual warfare, dude. Like, and especially when you do call upon your ancestors and guides, not all of them are going to be good. So call upon the ones who genuinely care about you, because not everybody in your bloodline cares about you. You know what I mean? Just because it's blood doesn't mean they're your family. It's your soul lineage that matters, right? So you need to remember where you come from. You ever look at the stars and wonder, like, this isn't it? You know what I mean? You ever had a little inner knowing, you're just like, man, I don't think I belong here, bro. But it's just like, yeah, you were never meant to belong or fit in, bro, like, by any means. Like, you're meant to disrupt the peace that people call peace. It's not peace. It's like control, ego, hierarchy, freaking, it's disgusting. You know, like I mentioned, like the age of Aquarius, bro. The truth's coming to light. The veil's dropping on a lot of people's heads, bro. People's freaking crowns are getting snatched off. Ego deaths left and right. Karma's going around collecting checks. Like, come on, man. Like, but what you really need to focus on is yourself, guys. Because I get it. You want to pray to God about your problems and stuff like that, but you need to deal with them on your own, right? You want anything done in life, you have to do it yourself. Yes, you can be guided. Yes, you can talk to your guides and your ancestors, and they will lead you, because that's your soul tribe. Call upon your soul tribe, and they will lead you in the right direction, bro. Be fearless, be courageous, be bold, be brave. Ever read the ancient scriptures, any of the stories? How God rewards the brave, the bold, the fearless, the ones who are true and never lose the faith, right? So, enlightenment isn't about perfection. We are perfectly imperfect. And it's beautiful. Created in God's image, both man and woman, right? So find that balance. Find that equilibrium in your life. Find that serenity. Find that harmony. You can do it. Don't say you can't do something. You can. If you need to find more time, go to bed earlier. Wake up earlier. Take care of your gut health. You'll perform and see and feel a lot better. Now go love yourselves, damn it.